What's up, boys? We're continuing on with the E39 today. We're removing everything, so we just have a bare chassis all underneath and we can start working on her. We'll see how far this episode goes, if we start grinding or not. Går det bra att spola bilen din?
Det är jättebra. Den är bara så jävla nojig för att spola direkt på rutan. Tänk om den bara sprickar lite.
Ibland så låter det när man tar på rutan, när man har spolat ratten på. Alltså om det bara typ nuddar på den.
Fast med handen?
Ja, testa.
Nej, jag vågar inte.
Ja, men gör det.
Alltså.
Ja, nej. Nej. I'm gonna put the GoPro on, get to work. Let's do this. So yeah, boys, we finally got the gas tank out. Such an insane shit show. So I got two of the bolts. Yeah, two of them snapped. One I have here, one I had to drill out. This thing came out pretty good, and the other one came out pretty good as well, but I don't know where I put that one. I'll buy a new one of these anyway. This took a long ass time, but the gas tank's finally out. So now I just have to take the rest of the lines out and all of the stuff under the hood, some grommets and shit, then we can finally start getting rid of the rust. Aj! That's so bra. Yeah, boys, we're finally done with getting rid of all the shit underneath the car. The only things still left are these hoses and shit hanging out. I don't know where these go. I think they go somewhere inside the car, but I don't really need them out to do what I'm gonna do either way. Here's a quick look. Look at all that rust. I decided that I wasn't gonna strip the engine bay right now. I'm gonna do it later. Taking everything apart is taking a toll on my motivation. So I thought I would wait with these last pieces in the engine bay for later. But all of the front shit has been removed. Now we can actually start grinding underneath the car. So I read one of you guys' comments and I had already thought about it. So I bought one of these spot blasters. This is basically it. You put your media in here or your sand, then you can push this front part against the car, so you have different nozzles. This one for corners, this one's also for corners, and you have just like, you know, the regular one that you put right on top of the metal. So you put one of these sockets on and you can push it against the car like this. So when you blast, the sand goes first to the car and then it goes back into this bag, so that you don't get sand everywhere. These leak all of the time at this place right here, so it will not get a perfect seal, but at least you won't have sand all over your shop. And I also got some media for it, and then I got this rust eater. So this is nice because I can use it in the pores after I've used the angle grinder to get it like really nice. Rust always collects in the pores, and if you don't really get that away, it's not really good. That doesn't really work with still rust I mean, probably will anyway, but it takes a lot more time if you do this at least. So when I have cleaned the surface and the metal is just bare metal, I put this on. This eats away at some rust, and it also lays down a primer so that I don't have metal just sitting out getting rusty after I've done all this, because I won't be able to do the whole car at one time. This would probably take a couple of days to get the whole underneath done. So you can put this as a nice primer. And I just want to show you guys, so if you guys have Biltema, if you get this little bucket of the sandblasting sand, this is not actually sand, this is like iron silicate. Works a lot better than sand. I did not know Biltema had this because it just said sand, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I usually run a much coarser version of this in my blasting cabinet, so will be nice to try this, see if it works kinda good. So now I was thinking we should start doing some rust operations in the car. I think we'll start around here, further back, see how much we get done today. It's pretty late and the video's been going on for quite a while, so I don't know how long I'll be doing this. We'll try to get some done, see how it goes. So this is kind of the cleanliness that you get after spot sandblasting and grinding a bunch. So this is what we're gonna do to all of the rust spots on the car. When we're done like this for the day, for it not to just rust again, I put on this rust eater. You can actually see it kind of boiling a little bit there. But yeah, it eats away some of the rust, and after doing that it lays down a thin coat of primer. After this we will do 2K epoxy all over that, and then after that we'll do the body spray. And yeah, this is basically what the process is gonna look like, guys. Man, I missed a spot over here, I'm so but yeah, I get that if you want to do this like for real, you'd have to strip the car wholly and then put it outside and have a guy come by and sandblast it, or put it in one of those things so you can flip the car and work on it from the side. I don't really have the shit to do that. This is more of a quick restoration, so to say. I want to drive this by summertime. This stops rust in its place and it won't rust for many years, but of course we aren't going to be able to take away all of the rust, just so you know that, guys. But this is like just a real nice thing to do for your car. I mean, this car has been on the road for 23 years by now, and I bet you will do like 22 years more with these fixes. You can actually see it right now turning purple. But yeah, I ran out of GoPro battery, so I couldn't really film the sandblasting, but I'm going to cover the rest of the spots and I'll be back. So yeah, boys, this is what it looks like. So I think this took me about an hour or two. So as you can imagine, we have a long while before we're finished with this car and a lot of grinding to do. I didn't want to do more than this today because I know it would have been so late before I finished. So now you guys can look forward to a series of grinding videos. I'm gonna be like a SoundCloud rapper. Steady on that grind, boys. Hell yeah. But yeah, not even joking, this is gonna take a long ass while. I think I'll buy some of these pads that Leo showed me. He let me test one of those, and they actually hold up really good. If you've tried those from Biltema, you know they're shit. But yeah, these ones worked actually insanely good. So I think I'm gonna buy a couple of those. Sooner rather than later we're gonna have this thing pretty much rust free underneath, which is nice. It would be so nice having this done, knowing the whole underbody is rust free. I hope you're stoked. And if you're as stoked as me, leave a thumbs up on the video, because that's all I had to say for today. Or leave a thumbs down. Write a comment below, really helps me out. If you want to check out my Instagram, it's also here down below. My Patreon page as well, if you want to support me further in what I do. Now I'm gonna go and edit this, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see us.